Sullivan Knoth, the creator of Temple Gate from Outlast 2, it turns out he completed the Outlast Trials before the events of Outlast 2. Let's take a look at our evidence from the Outlast Trials to find out where I learned this. So this is a crazy twist, though some people like myself already theorized it. People have been looking for a connection between the first Outlast games and the Outlast Trials ever since they heard of the game. Our minds immediately went to what characters are old enough to have been alive back in the 1950s when the Trials takes place, and stayed alive until 2013, when the events of Outlast 1 and 2 took place. The only ones old enough were Knoth and Wernicke. Wernicke's also in the Trials, by the way. Oh, 1 second. He watches us from a wheelchair above the sleep room. Can I see him? There you are, Wernicke. So how do we know Sullivan Knoth participated in the Outlast Trials all the way back here in 1959? We have these documents in the Reagent 1616 released package. Released meaning he completed the therapy, the trials. I only have 2 of 5 documents in this package so far, but it seems to me this is more than enough to confirm that Reagent 1616 is Knoth. We have many pieces of key evidence here. From what I have so far, this 3rd document is most telling. 1, this reagent is in Albuquerque. That's where Knoth is confirmed to be from. 2, we know Knoth was a shoe salesman. Here he is applying for a job at a couple of shoe stores. The writer wouldn't include details like that if it weren't more than simple coincidence. I promise I'm not a conspiracy theorist. 3, a couple of references to Knoth's obesity. Eats copious lunch, looking like an overboiled sausage. 4, promiscuity. Knoth personally impregnated numerous women in Temple Gate. Here he is with the worst riz back in 1959, abiding interest in the ladies, propositions women of loose character. Come on, Knoth. So let's go to document 1 to see more evidence. We got more of the same, shoe department worker, promiscuity, that's why he was fired. Haha. All the other stuff about memory lapses and unstable behavior, by the way, probably a side effect of the terrible trauma he endured during the trials. Moving on, here's Knoth placing coins, blades, tools, and other metal objects against eye and in mouth. Against eye. Knoth would later go on to slit his own eye with a metal blade in order to gain true vision, or so he thought. As for the compass directions, Knoth faces west-northwest. Where does that lead? Google Maps helps us out. Oh, the Havasupai Indian Reservation, where Outlast 2 takes place, where Knoth founded Temple Gate, where the Signal facility is, which is where the trials also takes place. Here's another thing. Another user on the Outlast official Discord server claims that another document in this Reagent 1616 package confirms that Reagent 1616's name is Sullivan. So, need I say more? What this all says to me is that Murkoff made Outlast 2 happen from the ground up. It wasn't what some people initially thought, that Murkoff was like, oh, there's this weird religious cult out in the middle of nowhere, let's set up some radio towers here and mess with them and see what happens. It was actually, we've got our man Sullivan Knoth messed up in the exact ways we want him messed up, let's use our sleeper agent triggers to guide his behavior so he starts a cult nearby our radio towers and nearby our Signal facility that we have already set up so we can monitor them and influence them with the hallucination blasts and try to develop some good Walrider candidates this way by making a bunch of cultists insane. This is at least the way I see it. I think Murkoff was looking for Walrider candidates via Temple Gate, but I could be wrong. We don't 100% know Murkoff's intentions or aims. I'm beginning to feel like they're looking at something bigger than the Walrider. Simon Peacock in the comics talked about Mount Massive being a pebble in a pond, and Temple Gate being where the true sickness spreads. Take with this what you will. I think Red Barrels and JT Petty are cooking up something really cool.